Yeah.
I mean, one of the questions that I wanted to ask, and hopefully it's okay, is what was it like growing up and sort of going through your career with that there at the same time? And I know, and I want to be mindful that you get asked that quite a lot, but it's something that I think is really interesting to talk about. Is what was it like, amateur time, and also then when Ryan's doing his pro thing and you were doing your pro thing, what was it like for you?
It was hard along the way, even from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I butted heads or this or that. But along the way, even from the beginning as a child, whether it's jealousy or this or that, or you're envious or, but yeah, just from along the way, even just getting hand-me-downs off the bat, it wasn't too severe. I started getting my own bikes, obviously, when I started getting faster. I started getting my own bikes, new bikes. I did get a brand new KTM 50 and a new KTM 60. I got his used 50 PW. I got his used 60.
So is Ryan the older brother?
Yeah, he's a year and 8 months older.
Okay.
But no, just chasing him, man. Just trying to be honest. I just tried to chase him. I just trying to somewhat, I would say, impress or just show. You're in the shadows your whole life. You're trying to have your light shine amongst somebody's light that's already shining very bright. So yeah, I was trying to basically even gain the respect or impress my own family, let alone obviously the industry. And then injuries along the whole way really made it hard. You're just hurt all the time, every single year. Like first year getting on a PW50, snap both arms. I think it was just every single year. It was just a severe injury, like breaking your leg or your foot off or shattering your ankle, or this or that. Just dumb thing left after right. So,
I think you said something really interesting there about, like Ryan's career having such a light shone on it. And I think you're not unique in having an older brother and doing the same sport and pursuing the same interests. But I guess it's that magnifying glass that's on it when Ryan was doing what he was doing, and the media was starting to get hold of it, and factory deals, all those sort of things is what I can't even imagine like what it'd be like for you. You're not just a regular family going to a club meeting at the weekends and just playing around at this. It's it's becoming business. There's, like you were saying, there's homes on the line. There's fucking the amount of pressure, dude, must be like mind blowing. It really must be. Yeah.
No, totally. And
something that not a lot of people can relate to,
No, yeah. I mean, in some aspects, in different, lines of work, even the average going to a 9 to 5 is very hard. It's not an easy lifestyle. It's stressful in its own way. Sitting at a desk, obviously, has its stresses as well on your body. But no, growing up, like I said, trying to, you're wanting, the painted helmets, or you're wanting the factory rides with Cowie or Yamaha. You felt you still had the same skill, and you just didn't have the results. Obviously, you didn't have the wins, which that's what it's all about. You had just as much style, skill, and ability. It just all wasn't coming together for you. And it doesn't for everybody. It's like winning the lottery. There's so many people that go buy those tickets, and there's only that one guy that gets it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But no, I mean, when it ended up becoming pro and there was money on the line, and he actually was making big money, and there was obviously the fame came along with it. That's when I really did, I actually started to not care so much, and I really was in the shadows. I would never come out underneath the factory rig, or never really I wasn't that I wasn't supporting my brother, because when he raced, I was, his biggest supporter, but when I was there at the races, I was like as if I was nobody. I was not around. I wasn't supporting him as like some of his other people were supporting him.
Right. Why do you think that is? Like, what was it about? It
was hard for me. I felt like I could have been in his shoes, or I could be there as well for myself. Just like a little kid growing up, we were fast. We saw pros at the track. Jeremy McGrath, he wanted to go get his autograph, but me or my brother never did, because we felt like that could be us one day, or we are on our way, basically. And as much as we wanted to, or somehow there's just something that held us back about going to ask for his autograph, even that he was a legend, or in our minds as a god.
He's a god, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But you had your own respect for yourself, and you kind of, this is even as a child, let alone. But so yeah, no, when I got older, I definitely stayed away from it and kind of always thought that I could do it on my own, and that's never how it works. It's really hard to do certain things in life on your own. You need support, mental, physical, and whether it's family, friends, your wife, this or that. So.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Again, it's very difficult to put yourself in that position, but I can only imagine that's what it was like. And it must have been weird sort of growing up and watching the family sacrifices too, because you saw it from like a super, again, like unique perspective, because you're there doing it. But did it maybe sometimes feel like the sacrifices weren't aimed at you, they were aimed at someone else, or I don't know. Was there any of that at all? And I'm sorry if we're digging too much into your...
No, it's all good. Now I'm so dealt with it now at this point with myself. I've understand it and come to grips with life. I'm totally okay with everything. My father passed 2 years ago, and in a way that he possibly could have not passed. So just I've come to a balance in life where I'm okay with the way that things are. And I'm not worried about the future, where things are going to go. I'm happy with where I am, what I'm done with what I've done, and look forward to seeing what I'm going to do, because I feel as if I really haven't done what I'm supposed to do in life. God's told me my whole life to get away from the motorcycle. That's why I've been broken off so many times and been put in the hospital or in the chair to like sit on your ass by the big man upstairs, basically saying, this isn't for you. There's something else out there for you in life,
Yeah.
And it's been the hardest thing for me to acknowledge that this isn't for me, even that I have the skill, an unbelievable skill at a high level. It's been hard to walk away from motocross. It's been the most mental, physical, emotional thing to not do it. But bicycles, it's just an absolute blessing in disguise, man, because without it, I'd be basically a depressed, not a whole man. I'd be a quarter of a man.
Yeah.
But I haven't touched a dirt bike in a year. I rode it 3 times last summer, and I take my winters off because we have kind of a harsh winter here.
Okay.
I don't like to be in it for my body. It's cold, and as well for the bikes.
Yeah.
So mountain biking's a little different. I'll get out there and sweat in it, but to hang on to the dirt bike in the mud it's just a little bit different.
It's too English, isn't it? It's not fun.
Yeah. So I've only rode the bike like 10 times in the last 3 years, the motorcycle. So
really,
it's just been 100% bicycles. And I just bought a brand new dirt bike this last year and haven't even touched it. I'm about to sell it. And like,